All right, Coach, played a couple days ago, but now you're back at it, getting ready for conference play, believe it or not. So how is today just kind of getting ready for, every game's important, but conference play is especially important?
No, exactly. Our guys are very excited about getting started. It's a little earlier than we normally start conference play, but it's exciting. It's that time of year. Our guys have worked really hard for these opportunities, and now they see it right in front of us.
Do you feel that the games we've had to this point have prepared you for conference play?
I think they have. I think we played a really good schedule thus far, and that always prepares you. So we've had some challenging opponents, and that's going to make you better. And for our league, if you don't play opponents like that, you won't be prepared. And I think that we've done a good job of scheduling to help our guys get ready.
Obviously, your preseason schedule, your non-conference isn't over with, but this is kind of a turning point in the schedule. So to this point, what did you maybe like the most about your team? And as you kind of look at everything, what do you think you still need to make the most improvement?
I've liked our team's ability to score off our defense. I think we've done a really good job of defending, which led some easy baskets for us, getting out in transition. I think our guys have really enjoyed that style of play.
As far as improvement, is there an area right now that you feel like you need to maybe lock down and lock in and get better at?
Definitely. We want to play fast, but we don't want to turn the ball over. I think if we do a better job of taking care of the basketball, we'll even be better offensively. So we have to just slow down a little bit, keep it simple. But if we can do those things, I think that helps our offense.
On that note, what has been most surprising about the 6-2 start?
Most surprising for us would be probably the ability that we knew we had good depth. You never know until you actually start playing games, how well it will work out, but I think it's been really good for us. I've been pleasantly surprised that our depth has been very consistent. Guys have come off the bench and given us sparks, pretty much every night, and that's something that is exciting.
And Bakke came in as a transfer, earned the right to be a team captain, which is impressive in and of itself. Just on the court, what have you liked about him, and what do you kind of still maybe want to time and take a step up?
Well, he's an unbelievable young man, and he's been a terrific leader for us. He leads by example. He also is vocal, and so he's everything you want in a player to coach. So, he's just continued to develop. I mean, he's scoring well around the basket for us. He's tenacious on the boards. He's rebounding. He's very active, and defensively, he really helps our defense a lot. Whether it's on the perimeter, whether it's in the post, he's done a really good job for us.
Often you'll hear a team is as good as its seniors, as good as its captains. What have your seniors and your captains brought to the leadership of this team?
They brought a sense of maturity to our team. They have a lot of experience, and they're sharing it with our younger players, which has been great. And I think guys like Darius Perry, guys like Brandon Mahan, and of course Bakke, those guys have a great deal of experience. And I like the fact that they're willing to share it with the younger players. They're always teaching and talking to our younger guys about how we can get better, and that's what you want to see.
And you kind of touched on it the other day, but Isaiah, for him to finally see the ball go in the bucket a little bit, I know it's kind of been a slow start. It seemed like when he was out there, he was just pressing and trying to do too much maybe because he's kind of frustrated, but that was a good game for him. How important will that be for him going forward for his confidence?
And that's going to be really important for any young player's confidence, to see the ball go in, especially when you know you're a capable scorer, and he is. So I was excited for him, and it's a long season, and so you do 7-8 games, and that's not who you're going to be, after the next 20-25 games. So you just want to keep getting better, stay positive, keep your confidence at a good level, which he's done, and I think he's going to be terrific throughout the season.
As you study Temple, what are you seeing? What did they do well?
Temple's a very athletic team. They play hard defensively. They're very active. They're long, and they have some experience. So they're a team that it's going to be very competitive, especially at their place. I've watched them a number of years. They play really good basketball. I think Aaron does a great job of teaching them, and they run good offense, and they look to share the ball.
Speaking of Aaron, how well do you know him? Any prior connections? Or?
Yeah, I've known Aaron for a long time, because I was in Philly as a player, and of course he was there and he played at Temple. So I've had the chance to watch him grow as a coach and as a player, and he's terrific. He's a great man. I think he's a great leader in his community, and like I said, he's going to do a good job with this program.
I'm just kind of curious, when you were playing in Philly, Philadelphia is such a great basketball city. Obviously the 76, but you mentioned all the colleges, the Big Five or whatever they call it, Villanova, Temple, St. Joe's, and all those teams. When you were a player, did you kind of recognize that? Did any of the guys that were talking about going to a big game or something on an off day, were you just kind of aware of the history in that city?
Oh, absolutely. I learned the history when I was a player. Actually, we played St. Joe's in the Palestra, which is where they play the Big Five, and it was, a lot of times back then it was a great arena to play in. It was storied. Coach told us all about it, so we got a little bit of history. and there was a great crowd there. And then, of course, when I played for the Sixers, following suit, and I didn't go to many games there, but I always followed the Big Five because I knew how much it meant to the area schools.
How do you avoid the pressure that comes with a conference opening?
You know, we just approach it, you know, the way I've approached it every time that we step on the floor, is that we're going to prepare as hard as we can. We're going to try to put our best foot forward when we step on the floor by working as hard as we can on the court.
If you can't give us an update, there's a couple of younger guys that hasn't seen the court. And Xavier Rhodes, I don't think it's dressed out this year. PJ Edwards, are they just bringing them along slowly? Are they red shirts, or what's kind of an update on those two guys?
Those two guys right now are more red shirt, you know, guys for us right now. Unless something happens, you know, you can't predict anything with injuries and so forth. But as of the day, they will be red shirt players for us.
From a health standpoint, who do you expect to have back Wednesday?
From a health standpoint, I expect to have Dre back. You know, Xavier's back. Of course, he practiced, you know, today as well, but he won't play, of course. And of course, we still don't, you know, status of Sean and status of Tony are the ones that we're not sure about right now.
I appreciate it, Coach. Thanks a lot. Always